All right, we're recording. So welcome everybody. Welcome to our webinar. Let me try to do something real quick. I really wish I would have downloaded this before. Sorry guys. A second here. I'm going to go through this really quick. Sweet. Okay. So we're going to go through it. So you guys see my screen essentially, right? Okay, perfect. So you see my webinar. You see this all right here? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. All right, so welcome to our webinar. It was on the 24th, but now it is the 27th. We're going to postpone, but it's okay because it's essentially the same thing I was going to tell you. So we're going to go through some company updates, how to get started right as a new coach. There's going to be a new Coach Basics program that Sabrina has already done, but I would really love it if you, Lupe, and Veronica joined in, and I'll show you how to do that today. I'm going to also touch on the shake and shares. I don't know if you guys have listened to the National Wake Up Call as of this last Monday, but there were some really great pieces in there on how to share the business. And I think shake and shares are a lost art, so to speak. This is something that they used to do back in the day when Beachbody first came out. And so I was going to touch on that as well. And then we'll get into the meat and bones, which is the power of your power hour. So company updates, our newest thing right now is our Beachbody performance line. I haven't personally tried it yet because I have a bunch of C4 I'm trying to get through, but I think I might return it, and I'll tell you why. C4 is awesome, but it has hella artificial sugars in it, and I crashed like crazy after. I've actually been feeling kind of nauseous after it. And I have like a tub and a half, so I'm going to probably take it back to GNC and purchase the Beachbody Energize because I've heard really great things about it. I've actually really liked Beachbody EME. Hey, you too. Can you guys be quiet? Thank you. And so I really like Energize and the sound of it, so I think I'm going to try it. Nolan, can you go in your room, please, real quick? Like 20 minutes. Please give me 20 minutes with like your volume really low, your voice volume. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, so it is a really great system I'm seeing from a lot of our teammates. So it's definitely something that I think I need to try, and I encourage you guys to try. What you can do is kind of alternate too, like modify your Shakeology and then like do a Beachbody performance supplement maybe 1 month. I was thinking about doing that to try it because I feel like it's the best way to sell a product is to try it on your own. So for me, I think I'm more likely going to do Energize because I feel like a pre-workout is something that anyone and everyone can use. So I'm going to try it out. So this is just a little bit to touch on the Beachbody performance line, and I'll have more about it when I actually try it. And so Facts 2416 will give you a lot of information on that. And then Inside Shakeology, I'm sure you guys have seen the email as coaches. They sent out an email indicating that they're going to be doing a podcast. So it's an official podcast for Beachbody coaches so that you can talk, we can hear really great talking points on how Shakeology compares to other products. So if you search Inside Shakeology from your podcast app on your iPhone, it'll come right up. And I definitely recommend you guys download it, listen to it religiously. They don't put podcasts out on like a weekly basis, so it's not going to be super overwhelming, especially since you should be listening to the National Wake Up Calls every Monday. I listen to mine on Tuesday. Because I'm at work at 8 o'clock, obviously. So I usually listen to them either on the way home or I will listen to them on Tuesday. So I highly recommend downloading Inside Shakeology and also the Team Beachbody podcast because there's a lot of amazing webinars that you can archive that I actually go back to very often. Okay. So getting started right as a new coach. This is blank because I meant to do screen grabs, but I wanted to show our new coaches really quickly how to really get started right as a new coach. And my computer's acting super weird today. It's probably because I need to update. Okay. So inside Shred Nation, here we are. So this is our amazing team website. For me, okay, so I'm really trying to grow my team right now, and I know you guys are going to start adding leaders to your team as well. Instead of worrying about how am I going to get my coaches started right, look at the tools that we have built in already on our team. Don't try to reinvent the wheel because it's not broken. It's not for us to reinvent. We should be focusing on all of our time on our challengers and their results and not trying to reinvent systems, especially once you guys start getting your teams built up. So I was just kind of like, how am I going to get started right? Let me get my coaches on a get started right call. Those are really great things. However, we don't really need to do and dig deep a lot because Shred Nation has done a lot of the legwork for us. So as you guys know, Shred Nation founder is Rob Pearson, who is my mentor, as well as his wife, Chelsea Pearson. And inside Shred Nation is an amazing website where you can obviously purchase our tank top. And they also archive all of our trainings and our webinars. So here, if you look here in training, you'll see all of the National Wake Up archives, additional training, personal development. These are all amazing tools that you guys should be utilizing on top of your back office to really get some updates. They do recognition. They also talk about success stories. Success stories is a really, really great resource. I have a lot of these videos archived in my phone as notes. So what I do is I just create a note in my phone and I'll copy and paste. My computer's acting super weird right now. I copy and paste a lot of these YouTube videos and I send them to people. But what I really wanted to bring you guys here for was the start here. So for Veronica and Lupe, so this is step one, welcome, and then just look through this. Chelsea, if you press play here, she has like her voice recording walking you through the back office as well as just kind of welcoming you. And I think it's so cool that she did this, especially as our team is growing. Shred Nation now is like 4,000 coaches deep. And when I joined, I didn't even think he was at 1,000 yet, like 2.5 years ago. So it's super crazy. So it's just a really great way for us, their personally sponsored coaches, to get our coaches plugged in right. So as long as you're umbrellaed under Shred Nation, you're more than welcome to use these tools. So welcome is the first thing I want you guys to do. Take a look around. It'll help you navigate your back office. But what I want you to look at next is coach training. So Veronica and Lupe, no, this is not it. So coach training is navigating your back office, getting started. Here's another play button where you'll be able to hear her voice. So what I want you guys to do now is new coach experience. Registration for this, I believe, ends at midnight on Wednesday night. So I highly recommend you guys do this if you haven't already. And this is a new coach experience. Nolan, bud, please be quiet, okay? Just, I need like 15 more minutes, please. Singing as loud as you can over here. So new coach experience, it's a 10-day training where they give you assignments. It's a very hands-on training. It gets you thinking about coaching on a deeper level, deeper than selling challenge packs. They make you really dig deep within yourself and see exactly why you do it. And so you're going to feel some type of way. You're going to feel certain feelings, but it is all in the good of getting you started right as a coach. So the first thing you want to do, so there's a 2-strike policy. So look at all of this here. You need to add Jillian Shred on Facebook. And she's actually Jillian Dillon. a really great friend of mine who was my success partner in the beginning. She's now admin, and she's kind of like Robin Chelsea's assistant. So she does all the adding of the people on Facebook. So add Jillian Shred on Facebook and then message her, copy and paste all of this, and then answer it. And then she'll add you to the group. So as you can see, we started again on October 5th, every first Monday of the month. So again, a great thing for all of our new coaches to be doing. And as soon as you complete the modules, you can even tag me in them. I believe I'm still in that group. I would really love it if you guys did the daily assignments and then tag me so I can kind of like interactively follow along and see what you guys are doing. Not really to check up on you. That's not what I want to do. But I just kind of want to interact with you guys to see, you know, like if you guys have any feelings or concerns over anything, like I'd like to be there to cheer you on. So if you guys do that, I would really love to see what you guys are doing in your assignment.
Bring them to me.
So enough about that. We're going to go ahead and move on. Do you guys have any questions regarding the new coach experience? Sabrina, you completed that, yeah? A long time ago. Hold on, you're muted. Hold on. Oh, I can't hear you, and you're not muted. I think you did a longer module, didn't you? Like, I think you did like 21 days. Yeah. Yeah. But you did one that was really similar. Okay. So yeah, really important that you do that, because a lot of the statistics show as well within Shred Nation that the coaches that complete the new coach experience, they consistently hit Success Club. So it's super important and critical that you guys do that. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to sharing. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. You did coach prep school. All right. Let's get back.
Where you going?
Okay. Okay. So getting started right as a new coach. So shake and shares. Forgot about this. So we'll touch on this briefly. A couple of my coaches are super local. I had some pretty great success in holding fit clubs. And fit clubs, I don't want you to think like it has to be this crazy, grand schemed, planned out kind of like workout. It doesn't have to be like that at all. Like I would invite maybe like 2-3 people at a time to my house to do a video with me, and then I would have them taste Shakeology after. And I used to do this like back in the day when I first started. It was just a way for me to get FaceTime with people, show them, you know, what Beachbody has to offer, and then have them taste Shakeology. So I usually had packets on hand, or I would just go ahead and shake it up for them and give it to them there. So this concept is essentially the same thing. So I wanted to see how you guys felt about it. I really think that once people taste Shakeology, then they generally tend to believe in it and kind of see the importance of it, I should say. And I think a shake and share plus a workout is the perfect way to do that. So what it's comprised of is a free fit club. You can taste Shakeology and then talk about challenge groups and what challenge groups have to offer. And a really great resource is the video on YouTube titled Ever Feel Like This from the Team Beachbody page and their channel. It pretty much tells you what we do with challenge groups, how people can get involved, and what type of support they would receive from a coach. And it's actually been pretty good. I share it to a few people. They're like, so what am I going to get? And I tell them, like, you're going to get coaching from me, but this is essentially what it is. And I shoot them that video, and people are just talking about the success that they felt with having the accountability and support. So definitely put that on your notepad of copy and pasting links, because it's a helpful one. I have seriously a note in my phone that's titled helpful Beachbody links. And I just like keep building them up so that when people have questions, I could just shoot them videos instead of trying to explain it in like a long-winded text. I usually just send out a video and be like, watch this and let me know what you think. And it generally gets people, you know, because people are visual people and they want to know and see what they're going to get. So I was thinking about doing them. I would probably partner up with a local coach first to kind of just give you the rundown on it. I'm envisioning for myself that I wanted to kind of market it probably like as a free insanity size mashup class. And I would teach them a class and then have them taste Shakeology after, show them a quick video, and then answer questions at the end. So I'm thinking like an hour max of people's time, and that's including the questions afterwards. So this week I'm going to really think about how I'm going to market it, as well as pinpoint a date, because if you don't set a date, it's never going to happen. So I'm probably going to look at the calendar and see what I have going on. I just decided I was going to throw a Halloween party, so we'll see about that. But it's definitely on my list because I feel like people love free things. And if we could get them to taste Shakeology, that's always a plus, you know? So, and then to invite people, I was going to add incentives for their referrals and as well. And then talk about the opportunity. I don't want it to be based off of sharing the Beachbody opportunity, but if they like Shakeology, talk about the coach discount. So we can talk about that as well. All right, so I was just going to talk about that. So what I'd like for everybody to do, actually, if this is something that you'd like to do, either get with me and see if you want to partner up on an event, or if you want to go ahead and take the reins on your own event, pick a date, and then even if like 3 people are coming, like that's you're still in really awesome shape. Next, so now we're going to go ahead and get to our slide here. My computer is super lagging. All right, so the power of your power hour. So the power hour is a concept that I learned from Beachbody. It's essentially an hour of focus and undistracted time where you just get shit done, pretty much. Like, I am able to get through so much as long as I have a list during my power hour. So it's a really important time for me, critical for my business. Usually my power hour is on my lunch break. So I use my lunch break at work to just kind of focus and grind out on the tasks that I need to do. Success is through repetition. Organization makes you feel calm and makes space for creativity. And I got that quote from Shalene, and I think it's super important, especially when you work full time, you're a mother, you know, you have other things going on that aren't Beachbody related. It's so important for you to give your life some structure, write some list, and stick to the list, because we don't have time to dilly-dally. Like, we don't have time to scroll Facebook all day. Like, we don't have time to just shoot out messages to people, and it's like throwing, you know, noodles at a wall and seeing what sticks. Like, we don't have time for that. We need to be intentional with our time and our actions in order to see any success in this business. And it wasn't until I really realized, like, I need to do the same things day in and day out, that I was able to hit Success Club 10 on a regular basis, that I was able to make meaningful relationships and sign coaches. And this was recently, guys, like this year, which is why our team is barely growing this year, because I didn't really see the value in it. And so I would be super gung-ho about my business 3 out of 7 days of a week and wonder why I was not hitting Success Club on a consistent basis, or wonder why my team culture was lacking, or I didn't even have any coaches at the time. So it's once you're intentional with your time that you'll see the growth. And at times you're going to feel like you're kind of just running in your hamster wheel, because I'll admit that I feel that sometimes, but it'll snowball and compound into more meaningful relationships, more seeds planted. You know, people that say no to me 2 months ago, they usually say yes, like later on when I ask them again and follow up with them. So just because they say no, not right now, doesn't mean it's going to be no forever. Something that came to me that was kind of laid out really plain and simple was the 5-3-2 rule. And then I realized too, when I started writing it out and writing out my daily tasks, this was something I was essentially doing already. But this is just a very simplified version in case you do feel a little bit overwhelmed. The 5-3-2 rule, Anna Locke talked about it on one of the Shred Nation webinars that I was able to catch this week. And she was talking about how she was able to go pro. Now, Anna was also working in corporate America. She was in a Girl Boss Mastermind group with me that I started. You know, she has her own blog. She makes scarves as well. And she was able to quit her job about 6 months into coaching and go all in. Wow. And so she was talking about what she did to get there, how to keep your time focused and intentional, and how if you feel like you're kind of just like not making any traction, that is totally normal, because even the most successful coaches feel that way. So the 5-3-2 rule is a simplified way of doing your power hour. Honestly, these 3 numbers here take up like 15% of my hour. So there's a lot more that we could be doing, and I'll show you that in the power hour image that I put together that I shared with my personally sponsored coaches a little while ago. Actually, I made it. So the 5-3-2 rule is 5 new conversations, 3 follow-ups, and then 2 of your own personally sponsored coach interactions if you do have 2 personally sponsored coaches, which you guys all will very soon, because Emerald is definitely, I feel like, on your radar. So here we go. So, and I don't want you to stress out about this. 5 new conversations. When you see people talking about or hear people talking about 5 new conversations, this isn't like, hey, have you heard of Beachbody? Or, hey, you want to invite to my new challenge group? This is like, hey, how are you doing? I haven't spoken to you in a while. Or it's, hey, I see that you're working pretty freaking hard in the gym. Like, how is that going? Or it's just like anything. It's like, hey, how are you type conversation. It doesn't have to necessarily start with Beachbody, but if it ends up there, which it more than likely will, if they know that you're an active Beachbody coach and you're sharing your journey, then people are going to automatically associate with you with Beachbody, and it'll just flow from there. 3 follow-ups. So these are people that you've already had conversations with here, or you've had invited them to a challenge group or to a free group, and you're just following up with them here. So these are second interactions from your first new conversations. And then coach interactions, or for you new coaches, interact on our Brazen website, talk about, or on our Shred Nation website, talk about something that you feel good about that happened during the week, or a difficult customer interaction that you've had that instead of texting me, which you're more than welcome to, maybe post it in the group, because maybe somebody else will have some insight, or somebody else will have the same kind of question as you. Feel free to post that on our Brazen group, so that I'm not talking to myself all day. But yeah, I'd love to see more interaction there. So if you can interact with us, that would be great too, because we need to really build up our team culture and kind of cultivate this type of environment and community that we've built to invite other coaches. So this is the image that I created for my own power hour as a guideline. This was in the good old days when I really did have 2 hours. Sometimes I have 2 hours, but when I'm home from work, I kind of just like to focus on being present with the kids and Ryan. So I kind of cut out the second power hour. So I try to get as much done as I can on my BART ride home and to work. So a lot of these straggler items, I'll either get done during my work day when I can during my break, or it'll actually just happen during my actual power hour. So this is what I created to get the most out of your day. I'll post it on our team page as well. It is one of our photos in there, but I believe it's like super buried at this point. So I'll pin it at the top so you guys can, as a guideline. You don't have to do all of these things every day, but if you are, then your business is going to move forward pretty quickly. Don't stress about getting everything done on the list. As long as you're making an effort to do a lot of them, then you're okay. And the most important things to move your business forward is to just connect with new people on a daily basis, as well as following up. Following up has been critical in the last few months for me, because when people say no, you tend to leave them alone kind of forever, and you think that they said no forever, but they could have just said no, not right now, because there is a financial situation, or they just can't do it right now, or they have a trip coming up and they don't want to go on a trip and diet at the same time. So it's really about just checking in, and people dig it, dude. Like, they're like, I really appreciate you checking in. And I know you're not just trying to like sell me something. And I know you genuinely care. Like, ask them how they're going. Be like, hey, how was your trip? Like, you know, just ask questions about life and take the pressure off of it. And I promise you, people are going to respond more to your authenticity and your genuine questions than like, hey, are you ready to join the challenge group? You know, because for me, like, think about it for yourself. You're more likely to put your trust in the process with somebody who's actually like super cares about you than somebody who wants to just sell you a challenge pack. So ask meaningful questions, act interested and not interesting, meaning you don't want to talk about everything that you have to offer and just like word vomit, this is what I can do for you, but really talk about like how you can collaborate and work together to achieve their results and focus on their results. Okay. And then within your power hour 2, make sure that you're posting or schedule posting 3 engaging posts. And by engaging, I mean like not necessarily a call to action, but a question, like fun things. Success leaves clues. And I highly recommend that you guys follow a lot of successful coaches, because it'll be the stupidest things that they post sometimes, but they get so many likes and comments. It's ridiculous. Like, for instance, one coach I saw was like, what shoes do you think I should wear with this dress? And she literally just put like 2 side-by-sides of her in a dress together with 2 different shoes, and she let people decide what shoe she was going to wear. Chalene Johnson does that all the time. What do you want my next podcast to be? And then she'll take a poll, or she'll give them like 2 options. Like, you know, like just engage in posts like that where you're asking a question to get answers, even if it has nothing to do with fitness. And just to get interaction, and so that once you are finally making conversation with people, it just flows naturally. Oh, you're testing me, huh? Yeah. Sorry. She's over here singing la la la, like staring me deep into my soul. We're almost done, I swear. Okay. So my last slide is the good old Tony Robbins. I've listened to Awaken the Giant Within like 3 times now, and everything is narrated through his voice to me now. So with the success of your business comes sacrifices. And it's really important. It's not about being conceited. It's about knowing that your time is super precious and super important as mothers and as businesswomen. And I had this thought last night. I was out with my best friend, and I'm like, why can't I say no to you? Like, I need to be able to say no to you. I knew what I was doing was not worth my time, and I did it anyway. And coming from Smart Success with Chalene Johnson, it's so important that you protect your time and your energy. And I can't believe I didn't practice that last night. So with being successful in this business comes sacrifices. I sacrifice my lunch hour every day to work on this and to work with you guys on this. I sacrifice, happy hours with my job. I sacrifice, sometimes time away from my husband and my kids, and it's so important that body sacrifices. The 21-day fix is no freaking joke. Like, we sacrifice good food for the better of the program, So just be ready to make a few sacrifices to work towards your goals. And I promise you, it's going to repay you tenfold. It's like this year has been the best year for my business and forever. I've already made more in like the past year, this calendar year, than I did like all last year. I think I'm on track to double my income from last year this year. And I have no doubts it's because of the same actions and efforts day in, day out with your power hours, with your posting on social media. Follow people that you resonate with and duplicate their efforts. Honestly, imitation is the best form of flattery, and you can duplicate their efforts and no one will even care. Like, no one is worried about somebody biting off of their style on social media. nobody's worried about that here because we all want to succeed. We all want you to work towards your goals and your dreams. And the ultimate is being with our kids, right? So what people can do is very different from what they will do. And this quote rang really true because it's like everyone wants to be successful in Beachbody, but not everyone is willing to put in the work. And people don't really know what the work is and what the work is like. They think it's just like, oh, you drink Shakeology and you exercise and that's it. No, it's not it, because I've never spoken to so many people in my life since this year, since joining No Excuse Mom, and it's all relative. But you know what? It's like made me a better person, a better mother, a better businesswoman. And I can just talk to a lot of different people because of the interactions and the sacrifices that I've made. So yeah, so that was it. That's all I had for today. Did you guys have any questions? Okay, you guys are all unmuted. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Okay, good. Okay, let's can you see my picture now?
I still see your webinar, the slides.
Okay.
Now I see you.
Okay. Sweet. All right. Okay, well, that's all I had. It's hella dark behind me. Shit. Let's do this. Perfect. So that's all I had. I hope you guys all have a great Sunday. Veronica, we need to get together so I can get some flyers to you. And then Lupe, you need to come to one of my workouts.
I know.
I'm like down the street from you.
I know. Now that there's Saturdays, I can come.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah.
Hey,
so that's
and then for the No Excuse Moms, is it just the waiver that they need?
Yes. I think I pinned it at the top of the group, so I just need a waiver. Honestly, I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't filled it out. Just don't sue me, and we'll be good.
People were asking me, that don't have Facebook, how do I sign up, or what do I need? Do I need to register?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll write a note to email you the waiver later today so that you can just, shoot it out to them, yeah?
Yeah.
And Sabrina, what's up with the No Excuse Mom group in your area? It's seriously the best, freaking networking way.
Okay, give them to me.
I can't. What the French toast? NEM waiver to Lupe. You're feeding. Don't worry about it. They haven't responded. Boo. I'm going to email somebody then, and then I'm going to CC you. Okay. So email CC Sabrina, because in her defense, I guess, I know that one of our regional directors was transitioning out. And then a new one came in from Hawaii. So that might have something to do with it, but still that's really unprofessional. And that really irritates me when people do that. So I'll email them and then CC you so you can get the ball rolling, because I totally dig my No Excuse Mom classes. It's the best way for me to gain new contacts and kind of, and get ideas for fit clubs that are Beachbody related too. So I'll definitely get you on that. So what do you guys think about Shake and Shares though? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
I think that's awesome.
You think so? Okay, cool. So I was thinking maybe we can for my local girls, and then for Sabrina, and then who else is out of the area? Well, Alea is an hour away from me. We could maybe make that work, but I don't know if I would make it out there. So what I was thinking really is you can use the Ever Feel Like This video. And then I was thinking that maybe I would create a video on my own story that maybe you can share too, with your people once you do it. But either way, we'll have some video footage, and then we'll just do a video. So yeah, let's go ahead and just brainstorm some good dates. A Saturday morning would probably be, or a Sunday morning would be preferred. I don't know. We can take a poll and see I'm going to do that on Facebook. Speaking of engaging posts, I'm going to put it on Facebook, and I challenge everybody to do it too. It's not going to be one of those assignments that you're afraid to do. And be like, if I hosted a free workout, would you, and I gave you, let's see, how would I word it? I'm looking to see if people would be interested in a free workout. If I did a free workout, or if I put together a free workout, and we have to tie in Shakeology somewhere.
How about if I hosted a free workout, which would work better, Saturday or Sunday? Or
yeah.
Something kind of, don't say would you attend, say which day would you attend.
Yeah. That would be good. Yeah. So post a engaging post like that on your Facebook no later than tomorrow. Let's see what kind of excitement we can gather from that, who we can gather, and then we'll go from there. And then we can all just kind of discuss and kind of have the same outline for our event. And don't think of it as like a big event, like scary, I need to have balloons and a banner and shit. Like, this is just like, I got my DVD player out, or I'll get my laptop out. We're going to do some Beachbody on demand. And then I'm about to shake up some freaking Shakeology for you. And you can try like 3 flavors if you guys have different flavors. If you don't have a lot of flavors, I do have some vegan strawberry that I can share with you guys. So I have some packets of that. So yeah, ask that in your group. Let me know how it goes. And then when we get together on Thursday, we can kind of brainstorm together. I'll have a training, of course, and we can kind of all brainstorm how we'd like that event to go. And we can just discuss that. Because I've done them before. They've actually been pretty good. They're actually really fun. Some old friends came, some new friends came, and yeah, it wasn't like stranger danger or nothing. So, because they're all your Facebook friends, you know? So yeah, that's all I had for you guys. I hope you guys all have a great Sunday.
Thanks, Camilla.
Yeah, absolutely. I love doing these, and I love talking to you guys. Let's take a pic. Can we take a picture and put it on our team page? Smile. Cheese. Cameron's over here like cheese. You guys are naked. You can't be in this picture. So now it's time for me to get ready to go to church. I need Jesus. So good night, or good morning.
Good night.
Dude,
you need to go to sleep.
Some sleep. I'm like dying, but it's time for my Sunday to start. So I'll see you guys during the week. And yeah, get that question up on Facebook, all right?
Sounds good.